Hey, brilliant knowledge. Please, before watching the video, click on subscribe to support us to post more valuable content. In this video we are going to talk about everything you need to know about the Rolex Air-King. History. The Rolex Air-King Ref 116900 is an interesting watch. It's a steel sports Rolex, yet it doesn't sell for multiples over retail on the pre-owned market. Not yet, anyway. It has a lot of history behind it, yet it's lesser known than its more popular siblings. It also offers a lot of bang for your buck, if you can get past the polarizing design of the dial that is. This is everything you need to know about the Rolex Air-King. A very brief history of the Rolex Air-King. Rolex has a long-running history with aviation which stretches back to the 1930s. A period some refer to as the golden era of aviation, when intrepid explorers took to the skies to navigate their way around the planet. Critical to their success was a reliable chronometer watch, and few made them better than Rolex. For example, in 1933 the Houston expedition made the first ever flight over Everest. On board were Oyster Watch. There are many other such examples. It's no surprise then that the Rolex Air-King also has an interesting backstory. It started life as part of the aviation-inspired Air series, a special collection of watches launched in 1945 by Rolex founder Hans Wilsdorf. The same year the Rolex Datejust made its debut. British RAF pilots valued the chronometer precision they offered, and paid out of their own pocket to upgrade from their standard issue pieces. Models included the Air Giant, Air Lion, and Air Tiger. Design: a contemporary 40mm steel oyster case. Previous iterations ran as small as 34mm. Screw-down, twin-lock crown helping ensure water resistance to 100 meters. A Faraday cage to protect the manufacture movement from magnetic interference, borrowed from the Rolex Milgauss. And a striking black dial that blends several different design elements. It's this distinctive dial that raised the most eyebrows at the time. The styling is more contemporary than previous iterations and it's busier too. In fact, I would say this is one of the boldest Rolex designs to date. The 369 configuration carries forward from earlier models, while the introduction of the inverted triangle at 12 calls to mind the Rolex Explorer, as do the Mercedes-style hands, and the chapter ring for the minutes. But where the Explorer uses button markers, the Air-King features printed Arabic numerals. This is a logical move by Rolex, otherwise the two models would look near identical. Rolex designed some of the digital instruments on this supersonic vehicle. It's not too much of a stretch to see the resemblance. Of course, the Air-King is an aviation-inspired watch, not an automotive one. But that's another matter. Mechanics. Moving away from the aesthetics now, we turn our attention to the mechanics. Inside the Air-King is the caliber 3131. A self-winding mechanical movement developed and manufactured by Rolex. It's the same movement found inside the more expensive Rolex Milgauss. Certified as a superlative chronometer, it guarantees both accuracy and reliability. It's not a new generation movement though, meaning no chron energy escapement, and a more modest power reserve of 48 hours. As a result, I would expect Rolex will likely be updating this model soon. When that happens, expect the Ref 116900 to become even more of a bargain. Price and availability. The official retail price of the Rolex Air-King Ref 116900 is $6,200. Unlike other steel Rolex models, think the Submariner and the Sea Dweller, it is not as hard to find. The flip side to this, of course, it is not going to increase in value. In fact, it is more likely it will decline. Even more so when the new version comes out. Technical specifications: Rolex Air-King Ref 116,900. Case: Oyster 40mm, oyster steel, monoblock middle case, screw-down case, back and winding crown, smooth bezel, waterproof to 100 meters to 330 feet. Dial: black 18-karat gold hour markers at 369. Chromalight display with long lasting luminescence on hour markers and hands. Movement: caliber 3131. Bidirectional self. Winding via perpetual rotor. Paramagnetic blue. Parachrom hairspring. Magnetic shield to protect the movement. Center hour, minute and seconds hands. Certified as a superlative chronometer. Price: $6,200. Thank you for watching.